In this video, we will cover comparison reports. The first part of the video will be applicable to you regardless of how many locations you have in Jolt, whether it's a single location or 500. But the second part of the video will only be applicable to those who have multiple locations because we will cover reporting on those multiple locations. So if I go to the review section on the web portal and then comparison reports, you will see the date range picker where I can choose the range of data that I want to see in the report. And also here's the list filter, which lets you narrow down your report to only specific lists or forms. You should recognize these from the browse list section. If I leave the list filter blank, then I will see an aggregate report for all tasks, lists, and forms displayed for the location that I am looking at. I'm in Michael's demo location, so by default I see data for Michael's demo and stats for how many tasks have been completed on time, late, or were completely missed and incomplete. You can see the percentages as well as the number of actual tasks. Now we can break this down a bit further by either going to the List Reports tab, which will give me a breakdown of all listed forms that are applicable in the date range that I've selected. Or I can use the list filter to choose and find specific lists that I want to compare instead of seeing a dashboard of all the lists and tasks and forms. Okay, so now for those of you with multiple locations, if we come back to the Location Reports tab, then we can add locations to the location filter to compare them against each other. Note that you will only be able to see data for locations that you have admin access to when you're logged in. You can also simply go to the content group mode to load a dashboard of all the locations automatically, so you don't have to click each location one by one to see all the locations in the whole group. These comparison reports can be extremely useful if you're wanting to view the usage of Jolt and the completion of tasks across multiple locations and immediately pinpoint any strugglers. So I know immediately here that I need to talk to the manager of Ben's demo location to see what's going on there and follow up. Note that you can easily remove a location from the filter by clicking on the X next to it. Now let's take this and break it down even further. Using the list filter, we can compare a single list or form across all of these locations. So if I put the daily opening list in, I can immediately see how each location is doing completing the tasks on this single list. Of course, you can put in multiple lists in the filter if needed. The last option here on comparison reports is to see a dashboard on any accounts that have subscribed to yours. We will cover the details of subscriptions and this report in other videos, but those are the basics of comparison reports in the review section online in Jolt.